Oh boy, we've got quite a bit of expositing to do. Now, this game has gotten a fair bit of a bad rep, some of it well-founded, some of it not as much. It was an attempt to show off how the franchise got its start, and for that it did quite well. Also be able to further introduce the series well into countries outside of Japan, where it got its start. Some of this game's problems stem from its stubbornness to stick to its archaic formulas or the new features it tries to bring to the table, making fans think of it as a one step forward, 3 steps back sort of deal. Some of its problems come from how simplistic it feels, after having emerged from the two diverse Tellius titles in this franchise, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, leaving players wishing for more sometimes. And some of its problems are, to be frank, just plain dumb. Now, how about my thoughts about this particular game? I actually like this game quite a fair bit. Much better than Radiant Dawn, in my honest opinion, even with its flaws. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying that. This LP's goal is trying to show off the good points, and the bad points, and in some cases the ugly points, of this game, while doing my best to entertain and inform you along the way. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy the ride. Now, let's see how it all began. As most of us know, Fire Emblem got its start in Japan way back in 1990 on Nintendo's Famicom, with the first game being Fire Emblem, Dragon of Darkness and Sword of Light. It was a shot at using Intelligent Systems' recently made strategy engine used in Famicom Wars, a game which was released a year earlier, and taking a spin on things by employing RPG elements with a strategy engine. This move would make Fire Emblem the very first strategy RPG game in the genre. In this first game, you play as Marth, some dude with no pants, as he fights to reclaim his beloved home of Altea from the hands of Medeus, the Dark Dragon. Alongside him were his trusted knights and close friends, and Marth got more people to join him by traveling near and far to help him on his quest. A lot of these folks were welcome muscle, powerful magicians, healers, or just plain friggin' badass. At the same token, a lot of them weren't. But that was one of Fire Emblem's biggest features, its massive character size. Even if the characters didn't have any lines of dialogue, you still knew their name and face, and that was more than enough back then. More than that, Fire Emblem also introduced the permadeath feature, in which if a character dies in a fight, they die for good. Period. Aside from a one-use staff you got near the end of the game, there was no way to revive them. This added a much more real and dangerous step to the core gameplay, and it's a tradition the series continues to use today. Though I want you to keep those words in mind for later, trust me viewers. The game itself is, by today's standards, pretty stiff to play. The formulas are ass backwards, the characters lopsided, and the difficulty all over the place. But considering this was Intelligent Systems' first outing, it was fine. 3 years later, Intelligent Systems cranked out a 16-bit remake of the first game titled Fire Emblem Mystery of the Emblem, which is the third game in the series for the Super Famicom. This game housed 2 stories, an updated, if slightly condensed remake of the first game, and a sequel to the first game as the actual game, though we're only really concerned with the former here. Even though 5 characters and 5 chapters were cut from this port, the game's story and core essence is pretty virtually untouched. The game's standard formula was refined and improved upon tremendously, allowing this game to set the standard mold that most Fire Emblem titles would later use. It's a much easier game to pick up and play compared to the first game, and even has a very good translation out. I personally recommend fans of Fire Emblem, or even new players, to try this game out. I can assure you you'll probably like it. Now that these set the stage, let's get started. I'm Mage Knight 404, and I welcome you to Let's Play Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. this remake of the very first game, and it emulates the first game almost liberally. Though it does feature some Mr. the Elmo mechanics. It's not a remake of a remake, but hey, close enough, right? Now, I'll be making reference to both games along the course of this LP. When I say original, I'm talking about the very first game. When I say remake, I'm talking about Mr. the Emblem, the Super Famicom remake, and obviously not this game. When I say this game, I honestly mean this game. It's not that hard to figure out, guys. With that said, screw the class reel, let's just get started. Okay. Now at the start of a new game, we can choose a difficulty setting. Something that neither the first game nor the remake had. You can choose between either normal mode or hard mode. Normal mode has a special prologue that is 4 parts long and pretty much introduces the player to the meat of the game. Hard mode does not have that. Hard mode also has 5 difficulty settings of its own: hard, brutal, savage, fiendish, and merciless. And whoo doggy, when they see what these titles are, they're pretty much not kidding when they depict the difficulty setting here. Because when you pick a difficulty setting, get ready for pain. Now, I would play hard mode at level 1, but I'm not doing that because there are 2 characters that you can only get during the course of normal mode, and I want to use one of them. So, sorry hard mode, you're going to have to take a hike. Plus, you're going to have to show off the prologue chapters anyway, so let's get started with normal mode. Long ago, Medeus, king of the Dragonkin, conquered the continent of Arcadia, giving rise to an age of fear and despair for all its people. That tyranny was broken, however, when an unlikely hero intervened. A young man hailing from the Altea region appeared with a divine blade in hand. Fang of Dragon and Blade of Light locked in battle, and in the end, Blade prevailed. For some time after, the land enjoyed an age of peace. However, after a century's passing, the Shadow Dragon returned. He forged an alliance with a fiendish sorcerer who sought to rule the world, and the combined might toppled kingdom upon an unsuspecting kingdom. Again, Dragon's darkness threatened to engulf the continent. It fell upon the king of Altea, sole descendant of the Dragon Slayer, Hero, to sally forth his divine blade and fulfill his blood destiny. His son, Prince Marth, remained at home with the boy's mother, his elder sister, and a garrison manned by Altea's neighbor and ally, Dolhr. Thus the boy applied himself to the ways of both pen and sword, until one day. Prologue 1. Prince Marth, are you awake? Begging your pardon, sire, but the princess has asked to see you. Alice? Is she alright? She seemed to be, sire, but her words imply a certain urgency. She bade you dress quickly and wait by the throne. Has something happened? It's our forces off in Gra, sire. There seems to have been some sort of incident, but, well, I'm not privy to the specifics. I see. Thank you. I'll be there shortly. My sister said she would meet me by the throne. An incident in Gra. If Alice has news of her father, I pray it's good news. Alright, now we get to tutorials. As the game progresses, tutorials like the one on the top screen will appear to walk you through how to play. Select Guide from the system menu to review tutorials you've already seen. So it kind of works like Days of Ruin, as they don't really impede in your gameplay. Thank God, too. Let's go. Touch icons as you appear on the touchscreen. If you press a button, they'll disappear. Alright, I'm not really gonna go over most of this, because I'm pretty sure most players know how Fire Emblem works. And if you don't, well... hey, I'm here. I'll help you. Okay. Alright, you know how to move. How do I explain it? Here's Marth. He's our main character, obviously. And he's a lord. Right now, Marth's stats are kinda... I mean, his strength, his skill are kind of low, but the rest of his stats are pretty good. He's actually a really good, really damn good character in this game, despite what others may say. Well, let's have him wait over there. Oh yeah, that's him, Prince Marth. Who are you? We're soldiers of Gra, little prince. And you know what's good for you? We'll surrender ourselves without making any trouble. Surrender? But that's ridiculous. Why would I surrender to the army of an allied kingdom? Marth? I don't think these guys are here to be friends. They don't tell you much, do they? No matter. You'll have the full story soon enough. Now, lay down your sword. I will not. I am the Prince of Altea. I will not yield to you or any other nation. Here on my own land, under my own castle roof. You talk, big brat. Have it your way. It won't lay you down. If you won't lay down your sword, then we'll have to take your life instead. Oh crap. So we've got some douches now. Fortunately, these fighters are really piss easy. Up to attack, choose a weapon, see what happens, and kick their ass. Our animation's off. Ending your turn, yeah. I really must not be paying attention. Alright. Now, as you probably have just noticed, one of the new mechanics they introduced in this version of the game was the whole weapon triangle, which was absent in both the original and the remake. Where swords beat axes, axes beat lances, lances beat swords. You know the deal. Also, the introduction of the alphabetical weapon level stat as opposed to the numerical weapon level stat. Hulk. There, first level up. HP, skill. That'll do. And trust me, having an alphabetical weapon level is much better than a numerical one. As we get close over here, this guy starts getting funny. What? He's fighting back? I'll show him. This guy's like, well, never mind. No! The throne! I have to get rid of him before my sister arrives. To clear a map in Shadow Dragon, all one has to do is have Marth seize the location. All of the maps are this. Now this guy doesn't fight too hard. You could probably easily take him. He's not that much. Hulk. Oh no, he's healing! What a douchebag! Ow. And die! Well, that should do it. That was not necessary. Marth, are you alright? It's Marth's sister, Alice. Sister, what is happening? Steady yourself, Marth. I have grave news. Our father was defeated by the Dolhr crust allied forces. Crap. What? No! It was Gra. Our own ally betrayed us and struck Father's army from the rear. I am not sure if he's safe. The scouts who returned gave conflicting reports. Father, it can't be. As we speak, soldiers sent by Gra are trying to take the castle. Mother and I were separated during the escape. I do not know where she is. Marth, I need you to listen to me. You must flee the castle. Go on without me. What? We've not many soldiers left. It's hard to bear, I know, but the castle is lost. We must face them. I will look for Mother and join you as soon as I can. You find Jagan and get away from here. Far away. that's a bitter pill to swallow. Goodbye, Marth. May you live long. And that clears the first prologue. 1 down, 3 to go. Let's go. Sire. Frey! Abel! You're alive! Yes, sire. Princess Ellis bade us to protect you. Sir Medeus stay behind to accompany her. Sire, we must be quick. Sir Jagan awaits us at the gates. Oh boy. Blast, this one too. How did Gross soldiers ever make it this far? Jagan and the others will be caught like mice. We need to seize the gates and secure the area immediately. Alright, so... here's telling you about what happens if units die, and that's no good. So yeah, we've got Marth, and now we have 2 new people. Abel, who's pretty much one of the mainstays of the... he's the green-haired cavalier dude, and we'll talk more about his sort of deal later. Right now, he's sort of a speedy type of cavalier, but he'll grow in power soon enough. And here we have Frey. He's one of the new characters introduced to this game. And he's one of the 2 characters you can only get in normal mode. He's all sorts of badass. He's pretty much well-rounded in pretty much every regard, and he's awesome. So right now, there's not much to do. So go in and hello 7 speed. Here they're talking about weapon triangle. Poke. Now, here's a common complaint that many players of this game have. The battle animations. I personally do not see what's wrong with them. I mean, sure, they're not over the top like the ones in the GBA titles, but now who's that they can sneak up on us? Haha, what's this? I spy the Altean prince. Oi, listen up, you lot! Back the prince! Dead or alive, he'll fetch us with sweet reward as the mind can conjure. Well, this sucks. Bonk. Yeah, I honestly don't see what people have against the animations of this game. I really don't. Oh boy. They have archers. We need to take care they don't pick us off from afar. Now I'll tell you about indirect combat. Something neither the original nor the remake had was the ability to lock on enemies' range. A very useful tactic which was introduced in Path of Radiance. And I'm glad they have that in this game. I really like that. Excuse me. But yeah, the animations, I really don't see what's the whole hullabaloo about. Maybe because I'm more sort of like a down-to-earth sort of thing, rather than having super over-the-top flashy animations. I actually like these animations. I'm probably the only one that does, anyway. Caught you! Look, it's telling you something that I already explained. Ain't that just swell? Hey, I don't like this Lance dude, so he's gonna go die now, okay? Oh, javelins, how you were made infinitely more useful in this game. Well, compared to the original and the remake. In the original, they weren't very powerful. And in the remake, they weighed 20, so you could never double attack with a javelin. Ever. Hello, Archer. You pretty much set the mold for Butt Monkey class until you got your class change. those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, in this game there are two types of archer classes. The regular archer that we're fighting right now, and the hunter class which we'll be fighting later. The archer... They both have their differences. The archer is more of an armored infantry sort of class. They don't have a lot of strength or speed, but they make up for in defense and sometimes HP. Sometimes. While the hunters, they have more movement, higher strength and speed, but lower defense. Strength, skill, luck, and oh howdy, he's gonna need those. Then again, this is normal mode. Normal mode is pretty easy. Damn it, Abel! Don't kill him. Why you do this? Why you do this? Animer. Oh, time to fight the soldier dude. Poke. Goodbye. And there's a level up. Strength, speed, luck. Fancy that. Now all I have to do is seize and ta-da! Map's over. Sire, it gladdens me to see you in peace. It's not safe for you here. We must be away at once. Jagan! This is Jagan! Marth's personal, battle-hardened advisor. He is full of awesomeness. I mean, check out those man spikes. Come on. How is he not awesome? Prince Marth, where are you? Answer me, sire! And here's Cain. Cain? That's Cain! Cain, you're supposed to be in Gra. Why have you returned without... Ow! Those wounds! Sire, it's really you. I feared the worst. That his message would go undelivered. In that state, I don't know how you would stay on a horse. Those gashes need to be treated at once. No, sire, not until we've escaped. Cain, I trust you can put off bleeding to death for just a while longer. Of course, sir. I aim to please. Meanwhile, Princess Alice, the enemy is nearly upon us. Gather your things, quickly. No, Medeus, I am staying here. Staying here? What madness is this? Too many people have died to keep Altea and its castle safe. I can't abandon what so many lives have bought. With father and mother unaccounted for, I am the natural choice to remain with Altea's people. And besides, by staying I can buy time for the rest of you to escape. Nonsense! Just gather your things and... Medeus, I am not suggesting, I am commanding. If something befalls father, mother will become the last person in this entire world worthy of wielding falchion. I want you to guide him, Medeus, even when the rest of us no longer can. Princess, I will try my best. There's not much time. Go, Medeus. Go! Wow, Ella's driving a hard bargain. Well, I think this serves as an adequate first episode. So next time we'll be conquering the next two prologue maps. Until then, see you there.